I am seeing I don't want to add to it, but I'm seeing the same headlines that you're seeing with regard to, the Mideast situation. I don't want to add to it one way or the other. I have no insight really, but um, I think the Iranians better be, it may have already been decided for them. Um, I I gotta believe and that Israel and the U.S. are very clear on what they're going to do and not do, and probably very, very clear, weeks, if not months ago. They're not going to make any of that public. That's for sure. Not that's too. There are. But could this be a pretext for, an American involvement and to hit the Iranians hard on those sites? I think it could be possible, but we'll see. I hope not, but well, I'm not going to weigh in one way or the other. I just hope that for the best outcome all the way around. So I'm not going to add to it. It's not trading off of any of that. The market might be, the market may not be. You never know. You never know. Oil is coming down, gold is coming down, to begin to infer that, that maybe some issues are dissipating, maybe, but we shall see. So we are now live on YouTube. It is April 17th at about 3 in the afternoon. And this is stockmarketcaddy.com. This is the Swing Machine Plus. I'll go ahead and highlight a few things. And we say this, I don't know if there are new folks here or the same, but we're not trying to prove anything. We're not trying to suggest that our tools are some sort of holy grail that they're going to automatically print you money if you don't have any trading experience. We're not. We're just not saying that. I hope you're not looking for that, because if you're out there looking for that from anybody, I think you're going to be sorely disappointed. Not from us, because we're not. What we're hopefully going to be providing is education, some insights, and some help, some assistance on these tools. You'll be the person, as a member to us, you'll be the person to implement those tools. And so if you're thinking it's some sort of shortcut that, this guy's got this, got that, and it's just going to print us money, honey, and I'm going to be able to quit my job. Um, uh, you know, that would be the wrong conclusion, right? I'm not saying that you're not going to be in a position to quit your job one day. Maybe you will be, but you're going to have worked very hard. You're going to have put in quite a bit of time, and you're going to have, a very good discipline. If you have any questions on what it is you're seeing, and you want us to plug in any of your markets, let us know. I'll go ahead and highlight what you're looking at right here, right now. And this is right here, right now. We're literally on the field. We're going to put the VIX. The VIX is actually in a short mode on the 5-minute, which it's rising against it, but it's telling us that maybe we're going to get a little squeeze here this afternoon, still in the last hour. Maybe it's not determined quite yet. Let's look at the ES. The ES on a 5-minute basis just went short at 305, so it's just short. It's been oscillating back. We've had trades on both sides of the ball here today. Good ones. The 5-minute on the NQ went short at 955. Been short all day. That trades up 4,400 if you're in it. With a mini. With a micro, you're $450. If you get 10 minis, you're up 45 grand. Take the rest of the day off. Close out, take the money. Here, the Russell short at 255. The Dow trying to get short. Now, I'm not not confirmed yet. Oil futures, not sure what that's all about. We never really care, but that's been selling down since 11:20. Could have been an oil supply number. There may be an oil glut. Today is Wednesday, right? So there would have been an oil number at 10:30. Gold is also off, and that could just be some profit taking, right? But this is trading robotically. Don't worry about that. Don't concern yourself. And this one, like I say, we'll wait for this to get confirmed. But I'm a little suspect here. Now, our members are trying to they try to get their week started early. Hopefully, we do. We try to end our trading sessions, whatever those trading sessions are, they define them. They define the days they're going to trade. They define the hours they're going to trade. And more or less, I think they try to stay with that. I think it's a good practice to get into. And they try to end their trading early. They try to end both on a daily basis and on a weekly basis. It's just good practice. If you're coming into the market because you just finished a sales call and it's 2 in the afternoon and you race back to the office and it's 3 o'clock and I'm going to get some trades on, that's probably it's going to work out once in a while, but most of the time it probably isn't. Or I got a conference call at 10. I'm going to get off the conference call, then I'm going to get a trade on, and then at 1 o'clock I got to get back on some conference calls. Folks, this is not. It doesn't have to. You don't have to be full time, but you don't want to trade part time. There's a difference, right? There is a difference, and it's a really important difference too. We do think, please don't trade this, but we do think that near term, right here, not, I don't say right here, right now, but we're thinking that the market is a little bit overdone right now to the downside. But I wouldn't just run and jump in front of a bus here or in front of a train. We are cautioning and will be cautioning if we finish out on our lows today, which we might, got 55 minutes, 45 minutes to go. If we sell off overnight and we gap down in the morning, that could present one of the best opportunities for some zero DTEs. We're thinking at around, I'm going to say 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock, possibly tomorrow. But if we rally out of here, it still presents maybe an opportunity for a zero DTE or two, but I wouldn't go hog wild, and we'll see. But the near-term trend on a daily basis, and that doesn't mean from one day to the next, but it does mean over the next 20, 30 days potentially, the trend is now breaking down, is down, right? We've been fading this thing, as you know, for a little bit and being rewarded for it. So if you have any questions on who we are, what we're about, and you want to visit the site, by all means. If you still have questions, you want to email us or you want to call, feel free. And otherwise, we're going to shut up. You want us to plug anything in, any particular market, we're happy to do that too. Once again, if anyone on YouTube has any questions, want us to plug anything in, let's go over and take a look at a few things. We can go to the S&P 500. This makes it a little confusing. How if I get those, let me back those off. The machine doesn't put those things in. And so if you're wondering, okay, so what's going on with the stock world, Don? All right, so let's go look together here. And you know, this is well, we do have, look at all these are all new short trends, right? So the market has really you can just tell. I mean, these are all new downtrends. That's what that means. And new downtrends. But let's go see what's happened now with the percent return, right? With this market. So this is a really good, I haven't seen this view for a little bit here. NVIDIA is still along from 112 days ago. It's just dipping, right? Now it's 25, 30% off its highs. You could have, come in or out of it around 882. Aggressive traders could have faded it, used some shorts. So Swing Machine is, and this tells us whether we are long or short. It tells us how many days we've been long. So this thing, Globe Life, I have no idea what they do, but 25 days ago, you got the signal and it's been cut in half. That hurts, right? But everything else is kind of dipping. But out of 500 stocks, pay attention to this column. This is the percent return. This doesn't mean how much money you made. You could have made much more than this, if you use some leverage. But the difference between the entry price and the current price is, in the percentage terms, is here. So let's scroll down and show you with all this action. Now we got a lot more shorts going on, but they're up. The shorts are up. So you would think, well, let's see, how many has Swing Machine been on here? Let's take a look. So we're still profitable, right? I'm taking you all the way down. All right, so let's widen this out. So despite the turn down, Swing Machine is still basically profitable in 407 out of 500. Now, the other day it was like 434, 35, but he's long and short. The yellow ones just mean that he is relatively flat. What did I just do here? I messed this up. So let's scroll down. Now he's not getting them all right. He is going to suffer some draws. You can see, look at all the new short entries. And then here are the percentages coming down. But his worst performer is 5.64%. So not all bad. This is how we can manage our stocks. But if you don't have the tool on your desktop, I don't know how you manage it. I really don't. Maybe you have an Edward Jones book or a broker, and maybe you're calm and he's, coming in from the mall like around 2 in the afternoon. And the next thing you know, he's at the Indian casino or he's playing golf I mean, come on, those guys. I have all the tools at my fingertips. I could not personally begin to manage hundreds of positions for hundreds of people. There's no way. I got all I can do to manage my own. And if you think, I mean, those people get paid nothing. I mean, they don't, the more money you make, they don't make any more money. The more money you give them, I mean, so what are they going to tell you? They're just going to tell you stuff that make you feel at ease. They're going to say, well, it's just a little profit taking and don't worry about it. And, the market always comes back and, it's the economy this and the economy that. Don't worry, it's an election year and the market goes up. And then in December, it's the Santa Claus rally and then the January rally and then, this rally and that rally, send me your money and let me go shopping and go on a cruise with my wife. And, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Nice chatting with you, Joe Blow. I mean, okay, have at it. Have fun. Have a good time. Come on. Come on. Come on. Why would you expect them? They can't. I say I have all the tools at my fingertips. I couldn't begin to do that. I'm not a broker. I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not going to do that. But I can show you, how we go about it, and I can provide you the tools because we're a private club. That we can do. But, we have people throw stones. Oh man, you don't make any claims. You don't make any claims on anything, and you can't promise me an outcome. And so why the devil do I want to join you? I mean, that's we get those messages, right? They're like, okay, good, that's good, that's good. When Susan sees it, she gets like, oh, no. I'm like, no, that's really good because I want those. I don't want those people around me. Okay. Oh, and actually we need those people in the market. That's the beautiful thing because we need it. All right, they provide they're what we call the marginal buyer. We must have them. That enables us to do what we do. They're cannon fodder. So here is same thing here. Here's the NASDAQ 100. This is a little bit easier to see. So out of 100 stocks, we're long and short. How about this one here? You've been trying to buy Tesla? Tesla was a short 69 days ago. I think I showed you this last week, the week before, the week before that. We've been selling it since 234. You're up 33%. Now, if you're still long Tesla, and you're hoping against hope that it's coming back. Well, I hope it does it, but hope's not a strategy. And your account is that position's down 33%. There's something really bad happens when you go down. You can suffer about a 7%, 10% hit, but when you start losing 20, 30%, 50%, if you go down 50%, you don't need to come back 50%. That won't cut it. That's like that little carnival game. They get you, like, oh, look at me. I'm throwing the basketball in the little thing here. Come on over here, put your quarters down. And he throws the ball in the basket, and it looks real easy from where he is. When you go down 50% in a stock or in a portfolio, you must have a 100% return to get to even. And the insidious thing is usually when you go down like 50%, it'll come back like 30 or 40%. And you think, okay, man, all right, as soon as my account gets even, I'm out. And guess what? It doesn't quite make it. And then it goes down again and establishes another new low and another new low. Those are called rips in a downtrend. They are also, the pros call them, not us, we're not saying us, but they call them fish hooks. They gaff them. They suck the money in. It is what it is. I'm sorry. I didn't create the game. I just learned to play the game. And we play it by using tools like this. So look at all these short signals. 13 days ago, you could have got short Comcast and you'd be up 7.78%. 10 days ago, you could have got short AMD. You'd be up 6.6%, or you would have saved yourself 6%. Now, if you're an AMD and you bought AMD, 100 days ago at $100, $120, and you're still remembering the 200, wow, I was at 200, honey, I'm up, I was up, 100%, I doubled my money. Well, you're not doubling it now. And there's no guarantee that it doesn't come all the way back and take out the area where you bought it, several months ago. You had a chance to double your money, but you stayed too long. And they take it all away and then some. And it could go lower and lower and lower. And you will remember, oh man, I was at those highs. Well, it'll come back. You know what, honey? AMD wasn't a trade. It was an investment, and they make really good chips, and AI is going to do this, and they're going to do it with cars, and they're going to do that, and they're going to do this and do that. Yeah. Okay. Good luck. Good luck with that. Okay. We're not going to, how about this one here? Synopsys. I'm just picking them at random. This is 4 days ago, 5% 4 days ago. Regeneron. I mean, so let's scroll down, pay attention to this column, because right here, we'll highlight this. This is out of 100 NASDAQ stocks, long and short, and Swing Machine is profitable in 91, not profitable in these 93. So, and these are all short signals. So you could have made a couple of bucks. Now, if you used leverage and used options, Well, you know what, Bagatho? You don't have any alerts for me. I joined this other, Joe Bag of Donuts guy, and he sends me some alerts. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. We could do that, right? We have alerts for us. Susan's office has all sorts of bells and whistles and text messages. She has all kinds of alerts going off. I personally don't care for them, but if you want alerts and you have this tool on your desktop, you build your own alerts. You want it to alert when this thing, signals right here, right now. But Dawn, that's the second day and she's down, she's underwater 1.8%. Yeah, she is. Right. But, on balance, she's going to do well. At least you have a discipline. But if you want these alerts to go off on the second day, the third day, the fourth day, then you can build your own right from your own desktop. You have your machine running and they send alerts to your email, to your text, to your phone, and you act on them and you know what they are. You do it, right? Why not? This is learn to trade your game, not mine, not someone else's. The reality of it is, though, and I get this, I know this, the majority of people don't want to do this. They want the money, but they really don't want to do this, young people, because they actually, truthfully, and it's not just young people. It's not. It isn't. But they don't want to do much of anything anymore, right? Guaranteed basic income. Yeah, stay home and play with the kids and send me a check. Okay. So the market, you're gonna have to work. You're gonna have to work. Now you can work hard, you can work smart, you can gamble, and do this and do that. But that's not what we're going to teach you. We're going to teach you we're going to take our time. We're going to teach you some basics. We're going to try to speak to you with regard to setting yourself up for success, setting your time up, managing your time. You decide, parameters. We'll tell you, you ask us a question over the 3 weeks. What are you doing? How are you doing this? How are you doing that? We'll tell you that may be what you do. That may not be, but that's okay. It's totally okay. Right. But we're not going to, we're not going to be, we don't suggest being haphazard, right? You don't want to come in. I was talking to Joel about this earlier today. I think it was Joel, but you don't want to come in to the market like, it's like 2 PM and you just finished the sales call and you go racing back to the house and, like, oh, okay, oh man, and you got a train cutting through your town like I do. And it gets to be like, 2, 3, all right, fine. Oh man, the market's on. Oh, I got a red candle. Oh, I think I'm going to get short. Um, or you got a conference call at 10 and the boss just won't shut up, and he's going on and on and on and droning on. I used to have a guy who had conference calls about conference calls. I wanted to hang him, couldn't stand it. And then, at the end of the conference call, like, oh, I got to get one on because God knows we got another conference call at 2. I can say that. You know why? I did that. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to say that. I did that. It won't work. Okay. Don't do that to yourself. It doesn't work. All right. So the lessons we have learned, and now I learned those lessons the hard way years and years ago, and I wrote them down. And they're incorporated into the Q school. They're incorporated in, there's a whole lot of lessons. I don't want to see you get hurt. That doesn't mean that you won't lose a trade. It doesn't mean that you won't have a down day. But I don't want you to have a negative outlier. I don't want you to get, crushed. And I don't want you to get, distracted. Now, I'm not going to challenge your belief system. I'm not. Your belief system is your belief system. I can only share with you how we view the markets, and then you can incorporate whatever you like, and I don't have to know, or we can't, it doesn't matter. Because the other piece of this is it doesn't matter what I do. We have members here, Parker, Ken, IL, Jeff. We'll leave anybody out. They're watching on Zoom. It doesn't matter what they do. It only matters what you do, right? And if you're listening to CNBC and all that other garbage, it's garbage. Those people don't give a crap about you. And if you think that broker or broker down the street gives a crap about your outcome, the only thing he gives a hoot about is getting your assets under his management. That's what he's charged with doing, and that's what he will do. We don't make specific recommendations to buy or sell. We don't make any claims. To wit, we have had folks send us nasty notes like, what the kind of crap is that? You don't make any claims. You don't make me any promises. Why the devil would I join you? Well, we absolutely have. We get quite a few of those. That's totally fine. I don't want those folks. I don't want to waste. I would be wasting their time. They already got all the answers. They got it all figured out. So, and they're looking for something that doesn't exist. And if you haven't figured it out yet, if you're looking for something that doesn't exist in anything, I promise you, you will be disappointed. Because guess what? It doesn't exist. Okay. And you can waste your time looking for it. And you can waste your time. You're not going to waste mine. Absolutely not. No. And I am not going to let Wall Street or Madison Avenue take me and my wife further from shore. No, I refuse. And I'm not depending on DC or anyone else. So it's quite a spectacle, isn't it? It's a hoot. But I'm not playing that game. The earlier version of Stock Market Caddy, we came out in 2011, 12 with Stock Market Caddy. I used to have pictures of Obama. I had pictures of remember the guy, Senator Dodd, and who were the other cranks? Barney Frank. Remember Barney Frank from Provincetown? Where are they today? Anybody know? They were, well, I don't know about Obama, but certainly Barney Frank. I used to call him the Fanny Boys. Barney Frank, he was the congressman from Massachusetts. He's probably getting ready. He's probably getting lathered up out there in Provincetown, for the summer, and the boys are going to chase each other around. And he's the one. He put his boyfriend in charge of was it HUD? No, excuse me. No, it was the other crank, the Fannie Mae. The Fannie Mae, which was the ground zero for for the financial crisis in 08. Senator Dodd, before the PPP program, and we had a bunch of Republicans rip us off blind, by the way. Not to, Democrats certainly did too, but the Republicans did as well. Marjorie Taylor Greene, the rest of them, they ripped off that PPP program for millions and had that stuff written off. But before, and the Dems did too. But before that, you had, this, the easy money, the Fannie crowd. They were stuffing all their friends and cronies into the Fannie Mae, Ginnie Mae folks. And Senator Dodd was getting some of that free money. He's got himself a big house in Ireland. Where is he today? Gone. Gone. He got out of Dodge. Oh, God. You don't think they'll do that again? I don't know where it lays. Maybe 5 or 10 years from now. Maybe it's Bitcoin. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's the S&P. Do you know if you had invested $10,000 in the S&P 500 27 years ago, not 30, but 27, and you had invested $10,000 in gold 27 years ago, which one did better? Any idea? Exactly the same. The S&P would be up 575%. Yep, you would have made 575% if you had put $10,000 into the S&P 27 years ago. pure, straight up, not dividend reinvested, just, and gold 575%. Isn't that crazy? Now, what's your conclusion from that? Well, I'm going to buy the S&P. Oh, okay. What does that mean? Does that mean you're going to make 575% in the next 27 years? Maybe. Maybe you're going to do better. Maybe you're not. What happens in 5 years? You go down 50%. Well, that wouldn't be so good. Because now you got to go up 100. And where are you? Where are you in terms of not funding your accounts anymore? Where are you in terms? I mean, we're all, presumably all going to retire at some point, although I'm always going to be doing because I love what I do. So I can't really, it is work, but it really isn't because I kind of love it, right? So there is truth to that if you're doing what you love. But there's no guarantee. Maybe gold's going to go down 50%. I mean, gold hit, the first time gold got freed up, it ran from $35 an ounce to $800, one of the first bubbles. And then it went all the way back to like about $100, then go all the way to 35, went down to 100 and sat there for years. What if you run into one of those? You're going to put everything in? You're going to be all in? YOLO? You only live once? Going to be a hardware? Put it all in? Okay. Good luck. Let me know how it works out. I hope you get them. I hope you hit it. I do. Well, if I don't do that, what do I do, Don? Well, you could learn to trade. Really? Yeah. Extract cash flow. Are you chasing a number? Are you chasing a number? Do you think you need to get to 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, 10 million? Are you going after a number? If you can extract from the market more cash on a monthly basis than you're spending month in, month out, are you wealthy? If you have a business, that you own and it's doing something and it's, a Subway store, it's a dry cleaners, it's a corner store, it's, we got a business in town here, a Dairy Queen. Son of a bitch. I got to tell you something. Those guys, and I have friends that have asked, they've researched the owner. He's like, can I buy that Dairy Queen? Hell no. That place is packed. They love that stuff. What do they call them? The blizzards? That thing is like packed all the time. Dairy Queen, it's not even in the best section of town. You got a little business like that, and it's throwing off more cash than you're spending on a monthly business, day in, day out, year in, year out. And that guy's had that business. Like, it's got to have been in the family. It's probably going to be passed now. That's a great business. Does he need to chase a number? 10 million, 20 million? Or is he wealthy? He can repeat it. He can hire kids, What are you doing? What are you trying to do? Or are you just racing into the market because the market is there and you're doing something else the other time of the day? And I'm going to just get a call option on. I'm just going to get a put option on. Okay, whatever. That's not us. That's not me. Nope. Nope. We're trading as a business. And I'm not trading your money. I'm not trading anyone else's money. I'm trading our own. And Stock Market Caddy helps us meet other really interesting people and other passionate people about this. And we learn from them doing different things, and we learn together. And there's been a side benefit to Stock Market Caddy that I didn't expect. I didn't expect that. Maybe it was a little arrogant that Stock Market Caddy was going to make our trading better. That I didn't think through. And it has. It has, and it does. Because what happens is our members bring different experiences, different perspectives, and we learn. And I need to learn more and listen. And I try to listen very, very intently. So if you want to chase moving averages around and stochastics around and get a book on candles from, Mr. Nissan and, inflation, deflation, and, and all that crap, and brag to somebody on Reddit about how much money you made on a given day. I saw Dave Portnoy, and Dave Portnoy said, remember, he had a big bet on, I think it was the basketball game and then on the Masters. And, he made $3.5 million like in 6 weeks. Okay. But I asked him, can you tell me what his profit factor is? Crickets. He's not going to tell anybody that. What would that mean? I would like to know from the beginning of the year, if he's going to brag about making 3.5 million, how many millions or hundreds of thousands maybe has he lost? Do you think he lost none? Think that's all profit? What if he lost 1.5 million? Okay, he's got a profit factor of 2. Woohoo, right? Now we already know that Davey Day Trader, he was known as Davey Day Trader. Go back and pull up his videos. He blew himself up. It was like he thought, he had the big green hammer, bye, bye, bye. Yeah, okay. And then he got his ass handed to him in the crypto space and everything. He's a gambler. He's proud of it. He runs bar stools. He is a gambler. And that's fine. We're not gambling. We're not gamblers. I'm not a gambler. I don't I don't go to Vegas and bet. I don't go to the Indian casino, and we're not gambling here either. We're controlling what we can control, and we're extracting cash flow out of these markets day in and day out. If you're doing whatever it is you're doing and you're getting it done, keep doing it. But if you're not, stop and think. And the most important thing, I think, is stop. Certainly think. Don't have to come to us, but get to somebody, because they will take your bread away. They're built to do it. At 4, we'll have to shut down YouTube. You're always welcome to call 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Even on the weekend. I will happily take your call. I just ask you that you visit the website, have some questions, specific questions. If you're going to call, happy to do it. But our cost structure and everything, if you're calling about that, I'm happy to answer questions about it. But I hope you would have taken the time to review the website. So when I get phone calls, and that's the first thing I'll ask, and sometimes I get a phone call and I say, do you visit the website? They're like, no. So it's like, you know what? Don't, let's maximize. It's about maximum use of time. The most valuable commodity of all. Can't be bought, can't be sold. I wish you the best. modest day, but we're in position. And I hope everyone has had a good day. Those of you on YouTube, we thank you for stopping by. I hope you're getting it done with whatever you're doing. And if you want to learn a more mechanical, ultimately start taking steps toward robotic, it's a beautiful place. We were speaking with our Joel. He's in Q School, and he said, Don, I turned on a few of the programs. He's got a few of them. He said I turned them on this morning. I put them in confirmation mode, meaning the trades were being presented to him. He said some I took, some I didn't, some I lost, some I did. And he said I finished before it was 12 noon, and I had a profit factor of 2.2. He made $2.20 for every dollar he put at risk. Just fine. Totally fine. Just getting underway. Pretty boring, pretty routine. 24 trading days in a month. Take Fridays off. 20, $100 a day. You want to play for 100? Can you play for 100? Do you have the patience to play for 100? Meaning if you make $100, can you quit for the day and then do it again and do it again for 20? You make an extra 2,000 a month. 200? Do you have the patience to do it? Or you got to try to make all 20,000 in a day? It's probably not going to happen. It can happen if you over leverage, but you could also lose a ton, right? But that's what beginners do. They do it in golf. They do it in, let's go to the driving range and crank the ball out, 500 yards and impress the girls playing miniature golf behind you. Woohoo, look at me, look at me. Can that guy pick up his golf clubs and go play out on the golf course? No, he wouldn't get past 3 holes. He'd be done. He has no game. That's the Reddit crowd. That's the laser eyes. That's what they're doing. They're having fun. They're having a good time, but they're not going to learn to trade as a business. No more than Davey Day Trader. He washed out. Even with all his millions, he washed out. And he's not going to show you all his tickets. He only shows you the winning ticket. Doesn't show you the losing ticket. But you're not in competition with him. We're not in competition with him. You're in competition with yourself. You've got to be honest with yourself and honest with your score. And if you don't know how to keep score, then it's very difficult for you to be honest. So you got to learn how to, keep track of that profit factor. That'll tell you if you're getting it done and you're going in the right direction, and it will tell you what you need to work on and what you don't. We can't promise you an outcome. We can't promise that we can solve something, but we can always give you another idea, another concept to take in to see, provided you have the patience, the discipline, the time, the risk capital. If you're trying to, come in with $2,500 and get to a place where you're financially independent, you got a big road in front of you. You do. Right. But if you're starting out and you're starting out small and you can be patient and you don't have to, go from 0 to 60 in 6 months, you're going to be in you got to start presumably sometime. A lot of people don't start until, after the crash. Why not get started in advance, right? Okay, YouTube, we need to wrap up. We need to roll on. Never know when we're going to punch up. So be sure to follow on YouTube and on Twitter. if you want. And if you sign up as a monthly member, we'll give you a 1-day hall pass. We'll give you a 1 hour tour. We'll schedule a 1 hour tour in the morning and then let you hang out all day. That will be on Zoom. So we do that for every monthly member if it's something they want to avail themselves of. And other than that, we wish you the best and good luck, everybody. That's for YouTube.